There are many inventions in the world, but Canon AE-1 Program was a revolutionary camera. The year is 1981. An advertisement for the new Canon model. Everything looks amazing. The first microprocessor camera is introduced to the world.
In sun or shade, it's a snap to use. The Canon AE-1 program, so advanced, it's simple, and more of both. The Canon AE.
This is my camera, we will try if it works 40 years later. Load a new battery so that its terminals are in the directions indicated by the diagram inside the battery chamber. The camera will not function if the battery is loaded incorrectly. The AE-1 program will not work without a battery. We recommend carrying a spare battery. To mount the lens, first, align the red positioning point on the lens with the red dot above the camera mount, then turn the lens until it stops and the lens release button pops out with a click. Camera control are here. To turn on the camera, make sure that the main switch is on. The AE-1 program has a two-step shutter button. Press it halfway to turn the meter on and to get a display in the viewfinder. Gently squeeze it all the way down to release the shutter. You cannot release the shutter again until the film is advanced. Switch S is 10-second self-timer. The AE-1 program offers the following two AE modes, either of which you can choose according to the shooting situation or personal preference. The black button is for checking the battery, and next to it is the crank for rewinding the film in the cassette. There are two choices for aperture, auto mode, or manual. There are a few buttons here. The first one is for checking the depth of field, followed by backlight and lock buttons and a flash contact. While pressing the lock release button, slide the ASA setting lever until the ASA speed of your film is aligned with the green index. Place the cartridge in the film chamber as shown. Then push the rewind knob down, turning it until it drops into its normal position. Advance the film once. Make sure the film perforations are engaged in the teeth of the film transport sprocket and the take-up spool. Take several blank shots, releasing the shutter and advancing the film, until the frame counter reads 1. While doing this, keep an eye on the rewind knob. If it rotates in the direction of the arrow, the film is loaded correctly. Details of AE-1 program manual are in the link below in description. I chose the iconic Tower Bridge as the photo location. I'm doing a final camera check. I put a yellow filter that absorbs or blocks blue light. I point the camera at the subject and compose the shot. Turn the focusing ring until the main subject is sharp. Press the shutter. Tower Bridge was opened by Edward, Prince of Wales, and Alexandra, Princess of Wales in 1894. The bridge is 800 feet in length and consists of two 213-foot bridge towers. Tower Bridge is a recognizable landmark of London, and millions of tourists visit this icon. In focus is a 1,016-foot tall shard tower. The area is a unique combination of architecture, from different historical eras. All the time the camera is set to program, and only the focus is manual. We develop the film and excitedly await the result. The 42-year-old Canon AE-1 program shows excellent qualities. The machine works as well as new. Canon proves to be an excellent manufacturer of photographic equipment. We enjoy our creativity and it gives us inspiration and new photos. A few ads caught my eye and looked amazing. Canon had taken a revolutionary step in photography.
Automatically adjusts exposure and shutter speed for perfect pictures every time. Now own the Canon AE-1 program.
A start was given to digitization.
1984 Olympics. Like gold medalist Jennifer Chandler, it takes precision to perform at this level. Here, the Canon AE-1 program performs, capturing Chandler's high diving artistry through Canon's high technology.
And it's so simple, you flip for it.
Canon's AE-1 program, so advanced. It's simple.
Here is my Canon AE-1 program. I bought it in 1983 and took the most exciting pictures. I started with my kids, they were patient models for my new toy. It was really a pleasure. You set a program and the camera itself determines the optimal speed and aperture. This time, the ad exceeded my expectations. I worked at a literary magazine and published portraits of authors. I liked the black and white brush. The silver painted beautifully, and my program was constantly in my hands. Life was going smoothly. In early November, the Berlin Wall unexpectedly fell. This ended the Cold War. This inspired me to photograph the revolutionary changes in Eastern Europe. The times were dynamic and I realized what a wonderful camera I was working with. Canon AE-1 program was designed for reportage. Every single shot was perfectly exposed. 1989 was coming to an end. I was looking forward to Christmas, and a piece of news unexpectedly changed my plans.
9 o'clock Boxing Day on BBC One.
Good evening. The civil war in Romania goes on this Christmas Eve. The death toll is now put at between 70 and 80,000 people, with 300,000 more injured. That's according to authoritative sources in Bucharest.
Good evening. The deposed president of Romania, Nicolae Ceausescu, is dead. So
While
is his
watching the
wife,
news,
Elena.
I decided to go to Bucharest immediately. After 10 hours of travel, I took the first photo with my program AE-1. The adventures have already begun. I made historical footage of the fall of the communist regime in Romania after 45 years of dictatorship.
We have 3 reports. The first from John Simpson in Bucharest.
The interim government used a TV studio as an office to run the country in live. The center of Bucharest shocked me, burnt buildings riddled with thousands of bullets. Dozens of tanks stand guard, and soldiers and officers patrol the streets. In between, passers-by examine what happened. Smiling, sad, and proud. The road from communist dictatorship to democracy killed thousands of people in Eastern Europe. The camera worked perfectly the entire time. I didn't lose a single shot. These were the saddest pictures I had ever taken. And as I finish this film, Russia has been waging a war of conquest in Ukraine for the 2nd year. I believe Ukraine will win, but will dictatorial regimes around the world die?